All right, this is video number 1 for chapter 9, section 4 about solving right triangles. So nothing in this section is going to really be new. It's just going to be using some of the techniques we learned earlier on in the chapter. And so when we're solving a right triangle, all that means is we're trying to find the missing sides and angles. Anything in the triangle that we're not given, we're going to report back what that measure is, whether it's an angle in degrees or the measurement of a side. And so here are the things that we've already learned that can help us do that. First of all, we know that the angles of a triangle add up to 180. We learned the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We learned our trig functions, sine, cosine, and tangent, that help us find the sides of a right triangle, and the inverse trig functions that help us find the angles of a right triangle. So for example, we have a triangle right here. We've got triangle ABC, we know 2 of the sides, and we know the right angle. So what we're going to do here is we're going to find the one missing side and then those 2 missing angles. Generally, when you see a triangle like this, the capital letters are going to represent angles, and then the lowercase letters are going to represent the sides across from that angle. That's why we have that lowercase a opposite the capital A. And the first thing we're going to do is figure out what that lowercase a is. And to do that, we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem. So we're going to set up a squared plus 11 squared equals 25 squared. That gives us a squared plus 121 equals 625. We isolate the a squared by subtracting 121, and then we take the square root. And in this case, we're not going to worry about simplifying this. We're just going to put that right in the calculator and report the measurement rounded to 2 decimal places. So in this case, a is approximately 22.45. All right, so we found the missing side. We need to find the missing angles. For this, we're going to use trig functions. So first off, we want to find angle A. And in relation to angle A, we have 11, which is adjacent, and 25, which is the hypotenuse. That means we're going to do inverse cosine of 11 over 25. Put that in our calculator, you should get 63.90. For B, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use 11 and 25, but this time, since 11 is opposite B, 25 is still hypotenuse, we're going to use inverse sine and get 26.10 degrees. Now, there's actually another way you could get that 26.10. You could do 180 minus 90 minus 63.9. Use the fact that those 3 angles have to add up to 180 to get angle B. So in this case, we have solved the triangle because we found the 2 missing angles and then that one missing side, side A, which is 22.45. All right, so that's one possibility. The other possibility is that we have 1 missing angle and 2 missing sides. So in this case, we are missing both side E and side F, and then also angle D. So the first thing we're going to do is find the missing angle. That's going to be the easiest part, just using the fact that those 3 angles have to add up to 180. So 180 minus 90 minus 43 gives us 47. Next thing, we need to find the missing sides. And to do that, we're going to use our trig functions. So first, let's find E. And to find E, we're going to use that 43-degree angle. And we want to think about what is E in relation to the 43? Well, it's opposite. And we know 8, which is going to be adjacent. So we're going to set up tangent of 43 equals E over 8, just like we learned how to do. To solve for E, we just need to multiply both sides by 8. Put that in our calculator, and you get approximately 7.46. We want to do a similar thing for F. Still using the 8 and the 43 degrees. So in this case, 8 is adjacent, F is hypotenuse. That gives us cosine of 8 over F. You get F cosine of 43, and 8 over cosine of 43 is F, which is going to be approximately 10.94. So we've solved the triangle because we found the 2 missing sides, E and F, and also the missing angle, angle D. All right, so here are 2 triangles for you to try. Pause the video, try to find your missing parts. So for the first triangle, you're going to find angle G, angle H, and side I. And for the second triangle, you're going to find angle R, and then also side R and side S. So pause the video, and here are your solutions. For the first triangle, we have G is 57.65, with H being 32.35, and I, the hypotenuse of the triangle, is 35.51. And for the other triangle, you should have gotten these answers. Now, if you had trouble getting these, didn't get these answers, raise your hand. I'll come over and show you how to do these ones.